mean, I know you're challenged with your eyes, and that we talked about this before, about the situation with your eyes. Can you share that with me a bit more, and the challenges you had with your eyesight?
When I was born, I contracted spinal meningitis, which is a very serious disease, and unfortunately a lot of people die from it. The doctors told my parents that I wouldn't live. And after a lot of praying, and there was a miracle, and I needed a blood transfusion, and they didn't have the blood type I needed. They called all over. I was told that this guy was driving past the hospital, and he felt that he should go and donate blood, so he did. It turned out to be the blood type that I needed, so they rushed it over and gave it to me. When my grandma called that hospital to find out who donated the life-saving blood to thank the individual, they said that there was no record of a donation given. And it's just a miracle. As a result, the spinal meningitis affected my vision, and then at the age of 12, I was declared legally blind. I would not be able to drive. I read large print books. When I got older, I learned Braille. I don't remember because I haven't used it in quite a while, but I did know how to read Braille.
Yes.
Actually, just last year, I moved to Washington, and I was talking to somebody, and we got talking about my vision, and they knew an eye surgeon. So they got in contact with him, arrangements were made, and I was able to get surgery. After the surgery, which I had last November actually, they said that with correction that my eyes are now good enough that I could get a driver's license.
What do you believe on a larger perspective? Who are you, Jason Roush?
I don't know, I've always wondered that, like, why I hear a lot about people who, like I said, it's a serious disease and people die, and I was like, why was I fortunate to live? I really don't have an answer. I mean, I thought that maybe I'm here to help other people. I mean, I've gone through a challenging life and difficulties, as we all have. I think because of how strong I've become and been able to get through all these trials and challenges, and I've been able to help a couple individuals who also have been abused or had things happen to them. Of course, naturally, they're like, yeah, you don't understand it, you don't know what I went through. And then when I've shared my story with them, I was like, yes, I do understand it. Maybe not 100%, but I can relate. I've had the same thing happen. Same feelings, confusion, fear, shame. They opened up and talked, and I was able to help them, and they're doing quite well. I think that's what makes someone special, when they can be able to come back and help other people and support them through their challenges. I mean, coming out with it is hard in that, but you realize that you're not alone and people do care, they want to help. It feels better because now I don't have to continue to hide that part or keep it a secret and act like everything's fine. When I first started talking about stuff, yeah, it was difficult, but in the end, it felt a lot better. And I knew that things were gonna get better from there.
We recognize each other, I recognize you, you recognize me, because we shared deep things about ourselves. We shared the depths. And then the shame lifts. The shame is the deepest. The shame is the deepest. I explained to you in there when we were talking about the release of my shame.
I think that's just what it's about, helping each other, caring for each other. And love is a powerful thing, and it can do a lot.
I thank you very much for the opportunity to spend time with you today. It's been healing and transforming for me.